September is historically a bearish month for the market. So should you hold off on investing this month, or should you wait till October? What's the deal?
I think September is a great month to invest. You want to invest. Yeah, you want to look, especially.
I got you.
Yeah, especially like if you can catch like that second or third Tuesday of this month when things are down, because everyone feels safer when the market is consistently going up and then buying. You want to buy when there's a lot of bleeding in the streets. It's not fun to buy something and then everything's dropping down dramatically. But what's even worse is to buy in a bullish market and then it turns around you so fast and then you end up losing all hope. But going back to the sale thing, they'll train us when something is 10 or 15% off that it's a good deal when it's really not. It just really tells you that they could sell the good or service for that price normally. But when the stock market is dropping down 3%, 10%, everyone's panicking and they're avoiding to be there long term. So opposed to buying on the months where things are at extreme highs and doing really well, like a January, it's better to buy in August and September when things are normally at a low and there isn't as much liquidity or volume, and then ride them up into the gains of January for the next year.
I got you on that. I was reading that wrong, but I understood what you were saying from a standpoint where, yes, historically, September has been the worst performing month since 1950.
Actually, 29. It's on average like 2% down since 1929.
1929. I was just going from I was going to give you a percentage for 1950, but yeah, from 1929 for the S&P and the Dow. But there's a lot of things that are happening in September, right? So you talked about the third week of the month. So witching is happening in September. You got the CPI report that's happening, the PPI report, and then the Fed meeting is happening on the 19th and the 20th. So there's a lot of things that are happening. And plus, people did like studies on it. And if you look it up, like why September? Well, it's the start of a financial year. Like I know for us, like in education, it was the start of a school year, but a lot of people, like the summer months are over. And now, so you have hedge funds coming back in. It's like, how are we going to make our gains for the end of the year? How are we going to make sure that we use the liquidity to help us from a tax standpoint? So all these things are happening in September. Even from a marketing standpoint, we had this conversation the other day. It was like, when you're going to corporate and you're getting sponsorships and you're trying to get deals, they're like, well, our fiscal year started in September. We put our budget in, right? So by the time you get there in February trying to do something in December, you're like, well, we have already allocated the money for the year.
Gone, they're dry.
Yeah, so people should know that. Like, if you're going to do something in 2024, make sure that you're talking to people right around September, straight through October, so that they can have you in their fiscal budget for 2024. So all those things happening inside of the month is why we kind of see a downturn. But if I'm somebody that's getting into investing, this is the perfect time, because I want to get things when they have pulled back a little bit, things have settled. I get in, and then I can have the rise in a month like April, which has historically been a great month to see growth inside of the market. So when I heard you say, I'm like, oh no, I got you. Perfect.
Yeah. If I have to do seasonality based buying, like if I don't know who were to help Diddy or Mike Novogratz for Kathy, hypothetically, right? I would start in August and September and then ride those gains through to June. Even in crypto, like September can be a tough month, but if you cycle through and ride it through March, April, May, your gains are better. So there's a bunch of ways you can end up producing alpha, getting alpha. One is like getting better entries, but knowing when the cycles are to buy. Even a Bitcoin, like before halving, like normally 500 days to 425 days before halving usually is a good time to buy. So when you know these cycles of when to buy, you can get an edge in percentage return that way as well. So don't be afraid by September being there's a lot of stuff happening, like you said, CCI, PPI, Fed speaking. It is going to be a rocky September, but that's actually going to pull the prices down to where they need to be, so you can buy them so that you can get a good return.
Yeah, these are good entry points.
If you're living in if you're in 2023, you're screwed.
Tell us more.
Year's over.
Facts.
So it's like, you have to, like, if you're not already, not only just planning for 2024, you have to actually be like implementing,
living and thinking,
living in 2024, like 2024 right now. It's happening right now. Like, it's happening. You should be implementing strategies and different things and already have meetings on the calendar for 2024.
Yeah.
If 2023 is over, the year's over. If you haven't started to implement and really have, secure plans on what you're doing for 2024, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Because if you look at it, it's like, all right, September. Once we really get to October.
Yeah, we get to Halloween.
Yeah, the Halloween, then you got Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas, and you got all of these different things. School starts back. Like, it's just so much different things like that happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen for you. It's not. It's really not. So you should be planning and implementing your 2024 strategy now. Don't wait till January 1st for your New Year's resolution. It's over. Like you're gonna be in trouble.
That's a fact. We're speaking from a place of experience, right? Like even for something that's major, like InvestFest, like that. Yes, that just happened last week. We were already on phone calls even before 2023 was happening.
Yes,
we were preparing for 2024 and still are in preparation for 2024. That's why I was like, yo, stay tuned. Like we're already working. But that's something that nobody tells you.
And to be honest, we started having our Market Mondays live 2024 conversations 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Like you can't wait. Like, and this is the interesting part where, like the economy is getting tight. You're seeing the big boys be out and about. Like Jay was doing the electric slide at the Renaissance tour.
That did happen.
He doesn't need to do any marketing. Jay and Offset and Kris Jenner were doing the electric slide. Like, yo, Diddy's putting out a new album. Buffett's starting to make his little rounds. Like the people who are at the top of the food chain are working harder than ever to secure themselves for 2030, 2040. You can't wait to January to plan your year. You cannot do it.
Yeah. And by the way, don't ever complain about InvestFest ticket prices. Travis Scott just sold out his whole entire tour.
Straight up.
In one day. Nosebleed seats are $500 for 2 hours of entertainment. You're talking about $250 for 3 days of education. Never heard like, yo, bro, what is Travis Scott doing for the community?
I know what he has for us.
Prices, why is Beyonce ticket prices so crazy? You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying, son?
Don't do us like that. That son is New York. Like, don't do us like that. Yeah, well,
I'm saying, like,
yo,
man, I've been in these streets for 10 years.
I've been more John Blaze than that.
I've been in the streets for 10 years.
You wouldn't know what 250 when I was up there, son. Shout out to my New Yorkers. I don't want no issues.
Doing community work and all that. Doing community work.
Somebody,
I was in the prisons.
We're gonna make that a drop.
Prisons and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be the
I can't pay my rent.
Mike.
I can't pay my rent. These dudes out here with Rolexes on. I got Timex and all that.
All that. Talk to him.
$9,000 pajamas. That's funny.
Baby mom's on my neck.
Rashad, you see why people hate us?
My neck is crazy. Baby moms on my neck is crazy, but they really be on your neck. That's real. That's crazy.
I know it.
You got to co-parent better. Yeah, hey, quit talking to me. You'll take care of your kids. I'm gonna say that.
Communication.
Hey.
When you start talking in their wisdom, now it's a problem.
Nah,
it's all fun and games.
There you
it's
go.
all
there you
fun
go,
and games until it's not.
Could be worse.
Leave me alone.
Could be worse.
Or I'm gonna start making some phone calls.
See, you gonna do my play. I played the recordings.
Y'all thought the $500 thing was outrageous.
Lunch, anyone?
This is the crazy part. How they mad at the money being? I was really going to throw 20,000 on stage. I just thought it would be tacky.
Shout out to my guys. Now, shout out to my guys. They hit me. They're like, yo, it's working.
I was Cash App. Listen, who else on any other show paid y'all and gave y'all any money?
Never happened.
They try and say it like it's a negative. I'm like, if a person is giving out money in a recession that they want to announce, how is that a bad thing?
They put their Cash Apps for donations.
Bro,
everyone included.
They want donations.